And it's all sponsored by Fremont Bank, full-service banking, no compromises. That's Wayne Larrivee on the Packers Radio Network. And not only do we love it when you call us Big Papa, but Lo, we just love it when you call us at all. So hey, man, what's going on? What'd you think? What'd you think of Trey?
Yeah, you know what? Everyone's waiting to see what they think of Trey and what's this Niner team going to be with the new quarterback taking over the regime. I think it's very simple. I know everyone says taper expectations, and they say, you know what, you got to be patient. And they say, you know what, just win, but don't expect to. I disagree with all of the above. I think when you have this organization, and you're coming off of a Super Bowl where you make the NFC Championship game, and you're one play away from winning that game, you in a Super Bowl, almost win the Super Bowl several years ago. You've been so close, so the chemistry in the nucleus in the team is here. So why now temper expectations? You said you had a quarterback in the last 4 years that you said he's good, but he's not great. He's average throwing the ball, but he's not great. His pocket presence is average or a little bit below average. When in trouble, I'm going to get an interception or maybe a fumble or a sack. Doesn't take care of the ball. So that's what you had, and you're still able to go that way. But no one doubts his leadership and his ability to play football, and that's Jimmy G we're talking about. But now you said, I have to turn the page. Only reason you're turning the page is because the organization and the staff and the front office believe that Jimmy G didn't have the tangibles to take them to the next step. So you wait a year because you say Trey doesn't, because let me tell you, if Trey was good enough last year, and if Trey was ready last year, Trey would have been the starting quarterback last year. So when everyone's talking about taper expectations, no, you expect this team to get to the playoffs, and you expect this team to compete for a championship because they're that good. This San Francisco 49er team right now, watching them play, and you saw the rookie, the speedster that you just played, and Trey hits it. Think about now, you have Debo that can run that deep 6 route. You have Kittle that can run the middle of the field. You have Ayuk who can run that outside 5 route or whatever, a 7 route, 5 route, anything outside. And now you have the youngster that can go downfield. How do you cover him? You can't double Debo, because if you double Debo, now if Trey can beat you with the long ball because he's got the speed on the outside, this kid runs a 4.240, and Ayuk possession, it is going to be trouble. And that's why Kansas City, think about Cheetah, what they had in Cheetah, why he was able to stretch the field and go vertical. So now the safety, 2 or 3 guys would have to go, and all the underneath stuff, that's what made Kansas City great. Kansas City's in trouble this year. The Niners, watching this team and seeing the defense, and if this team still can run the ball like we know the Niners are built to do, this is still a hell of a ball team, guys. Still a hell of a ball club.
Well, it was good to see you Friday night. I'm fired up to be doing the pregame with you. You played fullback in this league for a long time. And by the way, I totally agree with what you're saying about Jimmy. I think the bigger issue was not about Jimmy and the performance and what he couldn't do. I think it was really a lot about, let's put it on a piece of paper. We've assembled this incredible roster. We want to keep it all together. We're going to be able to keep it together if we have a rookie quarterback, making rookie money, so we can pay Ayuk and we can pay Bosa. I think it has a lot more to do with the finances and less to do with Jimmy's inherent flaws. But let me ask you about Trey. You played in the league, so if you're a fullback, let's say you're a fullback on this, you're Juszczyk, you're a fullback on this Niner team, what do you want to see in this camp from Lance?
Well, I think you continue to run the ball. I think if I'm fullback, if I'm playing in the National Football League today, and I know that we have a Trey in this team on this team, and I know that the way that I block and the way that Cal Juszczyk's block and the way that this team, when you got Trent Wilkes, you got Trent Richards, and you say, what can Trent do, Trent Williams, rather? You know it's your offensive line, how that's a great staple. In the last several years, we've been one of the best running team in the league. Now, if I'm a fullback, I'm saying I'm making sure we're able to run the ball. I'm at practice saying, guys, we got to make sure that we make our run, make sure we're a dominant run team, because if you continue to do that, that makes it that much easier for a Trey. Because now when Trey hands the ball off and now he pulls back bootleg, the backside becomes the front side. you have to realize when you have a run and you run a zone and a stretch read, and especially leading with Cal Juszczyk's, the way that he's blocked, and Mitchell, the way that he's starting to run and hit the holes, and watching this team. So if you're running to the left, the defensive end has to come down the line of scrimmage because he knows this is a team that looks for those cutbacks. And if the defensive end doesn't come down the line, the running back is going to cut back, and there's a huge hole. And if he foams down in the line, if he scrapes hard down the inner line, now Trey can keep the ball, and now you have the bootleg. Now if you're able to run with consistency, running the ball, and you're asking me, what am I looking for? So how are we going to set up the pass? If by running the ball, now hats down, everyone's coming off the line. Now you have the linebackers, they have to stop their feet. They have to stay planted because they got to protect the run. So the hat's going to go down. They're going to run to respect the run play. Now the tight end, middle of the field's open. Get behind the linebackers. Now the Ayuk's open. So you open up your pass game with a good run game, especially for a good young quarterback. So I want to see how this guy handles under the center, and I think you'll see the San Francisco 49ers put Trey a lot more under the center than in the gun. Yes, you're going to have to be in obvious pass downs. You're going to be in the gun. But on obvious on plays that sometimes first, second, even third down, look for this team to have a quarterback underneath the gun, some type of run read, a fake, draw, just to hold the linebackers, because I think that now this young man is able to read the coverages, and when you have a good running game, it makes it a lot more easier, especially for a young quarterback.
Okay, the great Lo Neal with us here on Willard and Dibs 95.7 The Game. Larry is in for Dibs, and as you heard Larry mention, these two gentlemen will be doing 49ers pregame for us all year long right here on 95.7 The Game. So, Lo, this is you're getting me going here because we've certainly been gathering around this idea of patience. Like, oh, Trey is gonna take some time. There's gonna be some first-year starter bumps and bruises. The way you talk about it, should we just jump right in and sort of expect good things and be able to assess Trey right away based on the roster that's around him?
Yes, guys. Absolutely. This San Francisco 49ers, John Lynch and Cal Shanahan, they put talent around this young man. And the running game, that's why he went out. You drafted another running back. You're trying to make sure that, Mitchell, that you save him. You went out and you signed Debo. You know what he brings to the table. You got Mitchell. You got a lot of guys on this team. You got Ayuk. You got the best, one of the best, if not the best tight end in the league. So you have the best fullback. You have offensive linemen. You tell me, why should we temper expectation and say, oh, well, he's a rookie? Well, guess what? He's not in Jacksonville. Guess what? He's not in Cleveland. This is not a situation where, guess what, it's a fire sale where you don't have enough around him. You have talent. So you look at Cincinnati. You look at the Dirty Net. You went out and grabbed this quarterback. Cincinnati was the Bengals. They call them the Bongos. Think about it, laughing stock of the league. You went out and got a guy, a signal caller, that can go out and operate at a high level. You put a running game. You look at, the running backs and the running game they have. They went out and surrounded him, went out and got Chase, a great wide receiver at the Ohio State, and look at the Cincinnati Bengals. So, yes, I think that you shouldn't be saying, oh, just wait. Cal Shanahan understand what he has. Cal Shanahan, you got to realize, look at the corners and look at the secondary that the Niners, how everyone's picked up their game. Trey Lance has to see that every day. You don't think Shanahan's making it difficult to make him go through reads and being able, and the speed of the game? Of course he is. He's had a year sitting behind a smart guy in the room with Jimmy G, and Jimmy G's teaching and doing the things that he knows that he could do. So Trey Lance, yes, might have some problems, but what quarterback doesn't? I think this team, in my opinion, you look at the NFC, okay, we know the Rams are there. But think about the NFC, guys. Who scares you?
Tampa.
Who's really?
Maybe Tampa?
Yeah, maybe Tampa. I agree, but I'm not disagreeing with you. Okay, maybe Tampa. But look at the talent that's on the Niners. Why? Okay, so Tampa, maybe they have some issues. We don't know. They have some issues, but Tampa, of course, and of course the Rams. But who really scares you? Where do you put the Niners? Come on, guys. Don't listen to perception. Oh, he's young. Oh, wait, Tampa. You built a championship team. You got a championship type of defense. You got a championship type of receivers. You got two of the best receivers in the league. Top probably 5 pair of receivers. I'd say top 5 pair in the NFC. the best tight end in the NFC, best tackle in the NFC. Tell me, guys, why are you guys getting off the bus? Why are you guys just saying, "Oh, let's just hold up"? Tell me why, because I want to know.
Well, okay. Let's. First of all, you're only as weak as your weakest link. I don't know if you heard the news this morning, but Jimmy Ward's got a severe hamstring. May not be ready for Week 1. This is the thinnest part of the football team. Friday night there was a lot of positives, but Romeo Doubs in cover 0 beat Tarvarius Moore off the line of scrimmage, and Tarvarius had no ability to catch up, and he just played it in a trail position, and it was an easy 6. They're thin at safety. They got Odom behind Ward. They got Tarvarius behind Afonga. They're loaded in some areas, but they're thin at safety. How much of a concern is that to you?
Well, here's the deal. What happens if let's talk about the Chargers. Let's talk about their safety that just they're gonna sign him. The safety there in L.A., one of the best in the game.
Derwin.
So much of Derwin James reminds me so much of the late great safety that played for the Washington Redskins at the time, but now the Washington football team. You guys know who I'm
Sean Taylor.
Yeah.
Sean Taylor. Thank you, Sean T. This is the same type of guy. What if he goes down? What if Khalil Mack goes down? Or what if both other Bosa? Think about a lot of teams, guys. This is the National Football League. You're gonna have to be lucky, and you're gonna have to hope that the health of the team steps up. But I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody's going to go through this. You guys know that. Just because we're the Niners and just because we're the home team, the flag station, and, we talk about, God, but if this one goes down, you're right. But guess what? Derrick Henry went down last year and there goes the Titan season. But when you think about, this is the National Football League. But barring injuries, and if this team is healthy, I don't think it's a stretch to say this is the top 4 team in the NFC, guys. And that's what I just don't want people like, they got a young. This is a top 4 team in the NFC. I'm telling you guys.
No doubt.
I agree.
Maybe better than that, really.
Yeah, I think maybe better. I want to, so I'm with you guys. I'm in the same church, same pew, and I believe this team is ready to win and win now. And I think they can win with this quarterback because he's not going to have to go out and necessarily win games. But your difference is he can make a play on 3rd and 3 when all else breaks down. That it probably, and if they're playing cover 0 or if they bring the house on him, he's elusive that you hold your breath and say, this guy can make a play. Now that teams are going to say, if we come after this guy, he can hurt us with his legs. Look at Josh Allen, what he does. And I'm not comparing, Trey to Josh Allen because Josh Allen's a lot more seasoned. But Josh Allen will absolutely murder you with his legs, guys. Josh Allen is a hell of a runner. And Trey is a hell of a runner. Once he learns how to slide, and you saw him slide, it was great. He had a big play, got down. If he continues to develop those things, this young man's going to hurt you with his legs. And I'm telling you guys, it's going to be a lot of 3rd downs. You guys are going to be like, oh, my God, look what he just did to keep – and it's going to wear defenses out. It's going to make them tired. It's going to make them down on 3rd down. They're going to have to hit, and they're going to have to read, and they're going to have to stay up, and it's going to give him more time in the pocket. You're going to see a lot of success start to happen because of what he can do with his legs.
Lo, I think we're with you on it, and we're looking forward to your perspective, your analysis throughout the year. 49er pregame alongside Larry right here. And again, all of the home 49er pregame shows will be at our favorite spot, the Hilton in Santa Clara, right next to Levi Stadium. Thanks for coming on, man.
No worries. Cheers. Let's go, Larry. Give me a shout, brother.
All right. Lo, fired up, man. Fired up and be teeing you up this year.
Sounds good, brother. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.
All right, there he goes, Low Neal. You're going to have to match that energy.
Seriously.
You're going to have to, all right? I don't know. Do you need another cup of coffee? What's
Seriously,
your order?
Man, I'm gonna have to hit a jolt or two.
Do you remember that? Do they still have that? Is Jolt? I don't